Hey y'all, Tom, ND3N here for a Ham Shack chat. And this time, there's a new addition to my shack. Yes, it's a Yaesu FT-DX101MP. Some of you might recall that I've mentioned before that I've never operated with more than 100 watts. So why did I choose this radio, say over the DX101D, which for all outward appearances is a 100 watt rig versus the 200 watt output on the MP version, which cost over $1,000 more.
Somebody's got some money to burn.
Well, I did some additional research. You know me and research, right? Well, that helped me make up my mind, and I'll be sharing what I found out in this video. I'm not going to try to get you to purchase either of these radios. The radio that you select for yourself is a personal decision that you have to make for yourself. I'm just explaining why I chose this rig. As always, any questions, concerns, or just general remarks can be left down in the comment section below.
Yes, you. Questions, comments?
Ask the QRP enthusiast about their opinion of high power amplifiers and the difference between 100 and 200 watts. And they're likely to tell you that power is unimportant. Ask the owner of a high power contest station the same question, and they're likely to tell you that power is everything. These are valid answers from different hams whom have a different way to enjoy their hobby. However, one thing they will all agree on is that if you can't hear them, you can't work them. This makes the most important part of your radio the receive capabilities. And this is where both flavors of the DX101 shine. From the automatic peak filter in CW mode to the voice mode using the VC tune function, both radios have the best audio that I have heard in a rig ever. My ears are old and I have constant tinnitus, so my opinion should be taken with a healthy dose of salt. Wouldn't it be nice if there was someone who created a list of lab quality verifiable measurements to sort out which radios have the best receive sides and maybe even provide a ranking of these radios? Well, my friends, we're in luck. Rob Sherwood has put together such a list, and here it is. And this is a portion of the lab where Rob made his measurements. Now, this list is not comprehensive, but it is updated on a regular basis and contains most of the radios that you will have ever heard about. No radio is ever dropped from the list, so when you see the FT-DX101D/MP listed in first place, this placement is relative to every radio and receiver he has ever tested. I've included a link to this list down in the video description, as well as a document where he defines and explains the measurements recorded. So I still haven't answered the question, why did I choose the DX101MP over the DX101D? Hang on, my reasons are coming in the next segment. In the meanwhile, if you find some value in this information, please share.
All right, I got it. Stop it!
With your friends in the ham radio community, especially on social media. And if you're enjoying this video so far, please take a moment to pop that thumbs up icon and give me a like.
I like you.
I like you.
There's a lot more that you get with the MP flavor than the extra 100 watts of RF power. Most noticeably is the addition of an included speaker. And even that isn't what it seems. This is actually a 50 volt DC power supply that just happens to include a speaker. They had to have a special power supply to run the extra power. If you want to add a matching Yaesu speaker to your FT-DX101D, that will cost you $209.95. You'll need to purchase a quality 13.2 volt DC power supply, and strictly for reference, you can go lower, the 50 watt solid state Astron SS50AP will run you $254.95. Now, all prices shown throughout this entire video were as of June 2024 and I got them off of Ham Radio Outlet's website. The 101D has 600 Hz crystal roofing filters on both the main and sub bands. The MP has a 300 Hz roofing filter on the main band and a 600 Hz filter on the sub band. The cost to purchase a 300 Hz roofing filter on the main band of the FT-DX101D is $259.95, and it must be factory installed. So the potential for shipping costs to Cypress, California, where Yaesu has its U.S. headquarters for this install, should also be considered. The FT-DX101MP has the VC Tune unit installed on both the main and sub bands. The 101D only has the VC Tune on the main band. These must also be factory installed, and the 101D can be upgraded with the install of a sub-band VC Tune unit for $329.95 plus shipping costs. The current discount price of an FT-DX101D is $3,099.95. Now that's after $800 of manufacturer and HRO sales events. The current price of an FT-DX101MP is $4,399.95, or a difference of $1,300. The MSRP is $3,899.95 and $5,199.95 for the D and the MP respectively. Now, since I picked this up at Hamvention, I also received a special price for ordering from HRO at Hamvention. If you're going to make a big purchase, make it at Hamvention, Hamcation, or one of the other big ham radio shows. You'll be glad you did. Now, the upgrades that we've already mentioned would run you $1,054.80, but this is just a start. So far, we've been ignoring the 200-watt capability of the FT-DX101MP. The FT-DX101D is pulling 23 amps at 13 volts for a total of 303.6 volt amps at full 100-watt keydown. The FT101MP is pulling a total of 14.4 amps at 50 volts for a total of 720 volt amps. This requires that the MP is designed to handle more than twice the power coursing through its system. Thus, it stands to reason that the MP is more resilient than the D model. While at Hamvention, I took some time to visit with an engineer in the Yaesu booth, and his estimate was that in order to bring an FT-DX101D up to the same capabilities as the FT-DX101MP without the RF power increase, over $2,000 would have to be spent. There's a lot of different nitnoy things that they don't advertise. So, strictly as a financial decision, it appears that the 101MP is a better deal for a better radio overall. Just because a rig has a 200-watt rated output doesn't mean that I can't run it at a lower output. So 100 watts for common use like SSB rag chews and CW, 50 watts for high duty cycle use such as FT8 or RIDI, or even 5 watts for QRP ops is well within its capabilities. And running any rig at below its rated output puts less strain on the radio over the long term. Less maintenance costs, less breakdowns. Now I have to admit, having 200 watts available could prove useful in the short term. In the end, the stars aligned financially, and my XYL was in agreement with me adding the DX101MP to my shack. By the way, that second aspect is a lot more important than the first.
Remember, happy wife equals happy life.
Either the 101D or the 101MP was in my cards, and I'm happy with my decision. Of course, your mileage may vary. As I said in the beginning, this video was meant to explain my research, options, and final outcome. You might not come to the same conclusion for yourself and may decide that these rigs are just not for you. I respect that decision. Now, I will do an occasional video about some of the features of this or these rigs, but my focus will remain on the more affordable FT-DX10, FT-710, IC7300, FT-991A, and FT-891. I also picked up a couple of new toys for the shack that I'll be sharing with you in the near future. Please remember to like, share, comment, and please consider subscribing to this channel. 73 until the next Hey Y'all. As always, I am at your service. This has been a Ham Shack Chat. I'm Tom, ND3N, and I am out.
Is he gone?
Yeah, he's gone.